My name is Fabian and I play the moderator.
Hello, my name is Imran. I play the medical social worker.
Hello, my name is Amidev and I'm the doctor.
Hello, my name is Ruhan and I'm the nurse.
Hi, I'm Nuraini and I play the pharmacist.
Hello, I'm Shamira, so I play the physiotherapist.
Hi, I'm User and I'm the ethicist.
Good day everyone, welcome to our PEC301 Ethics and Values in Interprofessional Education Forum. Today our panel will be discussing an ethical dilemma involving a complex discharge decision. Our case revolves around a 72-year-old woman with heart failure and mild cognitive impairment who insists on being discharged home alone, despite there being significant safety risks. Her daughter prefers she be admitted into a nursing home, and the healthcare team must now balance ethical principles like autonomy, beneficence, non-maleficence, and justice. Joining me today are our interprofessional panelists. Firstly, we have Dr. Amit Dev, we have Nurse Ruhan, we have pharmacist Nuraini, we have physiotherapist Shamira, we have medical social worker Emran, and ethicist Yuete. Our patient, Madam R, is medically stable for discharge but has several concerns. She lives alone in a 2-story house. She has a high fall risk and difficulty climbing stairs. She frequently forgets her medications. Her daughter strongly opposes her returning home alone. And Madam R insists on going home, saying she values her independence. Now this creates an ethical tension between respecting her autonomy and ensuring her safety. So now let's hear from each professional's perspective.
I'm Dr. Amidev, the attending medical doctor. My priority is the patient's medical stability and safety. While Madam R is actually clinically stable, her risk of decomposition is high if she does not adhere to her medications. From the ethical standpoint, I'm torn between beneficence, which is doing what is best for her health, and autonomy, which is respecting her rights to choose where she lives. However, given in her cognitive impairment and history of poor self-care, discharging her home alone might lead to a lot of harm, which I'm torn in between these two problems. This conflict is non-maleficence, which I believe we must ensure she fully understands the risk before making a final decision. That's all from me for now.
As a nurse, I view the patient holistically. During her stay, she often needed reminders to take medication and assistance with daily tasks. Ethically, the respect for dignity means acknowledging her desire for independence, but also a duty to advocate for patient safety. We must also take into account the patient's emotional health, as she fears losing control over her life as she goes into a nursing home. So from my standpoint, we need to find a solution that supports both her autonomy and her well-being.
So from a pharmacy perspective, medication adherence is very critical in managing heart failure. But unfortunately, Madam R has a history of forgetting the doses, which significantly increases the risk of hospitalization. So the ethical principles that I'm concerned with are non-maleficence and beneficence. If she doesn't take her medication correctly, we may be causing avoidable harm. If she insists on going home, I would recommend interventions like pill organizers, medication reminders, and also aid of community pharmacists to follow up. But whether she will comply remains uncertain.
So as a physiotherapist, my main concern is Madam R's mobility. She has balance issue and tires easily when climbing stairs. Her home environment, especially the staircase, poses a significant fall risk. Ethically, we're looking at non-maleficence, and sending her home without sufficient support exposes to high risk of injury. However, I also recognize the principle of autonomy. If she chooses to go home, we must ensure modifications such as handrails, walking aids, or temporary home rehabilitations.
My role is to understand Madam R's social support system and values, and strongly values independence shaped by her cultural belief of not wanting to burden her children. Ethically, we must consider cultural sensitivity, justice, and respect for autonomy. However, her daughter is stressed and fears for her mother's safety. This creates a family-centered ethical conflict. I believe a mediated family meeting is essential to explore compromise solutions such as home care services of a part-time caregiver.
Okay, so this case represents a classic ethical tension using the four principle approach. The first one is autonomy. Madam R chooses to go home. The second one is beneficence. Healthcare team wants what is best for her health. Number 3 is non-maleficence. Avoiding harm is a major concern. Number 4 is justice, ensuring fair use of healthcare resources. From an ethical standpoint, the key question is, does Madam R have decision-making capacity regarding her discharge plan? If she does, autonomy carries strong weight. If she doesn't, beneficence and safety take precedence.
Thank you, panelists. So now let's discuss some core questions here. The first question is, how do we balance autonomy with safety? Doctor, perhaps you can start first.
So, if the patient understands the consequences very clearly, we must respect the autonomy. But if a cognitive impairment prevents that, then I think the safety must actually come first.
I agree, she often forgets instructions, which make me question whether she truly understands the risk.
That's why a capacity assessment is ethically crucial. Autonomy only applies if the patient has capacity to decide.
Question 2. Does the doctor's concern override the patient's wishes? Nurse Ruben, do you have your thoughts?
The doctor's concerns matter, but ethically, they cannot replace the patient's voice unless the patient lacks the capacity to think for themselves.
Family views are important, but we must avoid paternalism. The goal is to find a plan that respects everyone's concerns
and ensure safety in the physical environment.
Now, on to the last question. Question 3. What interprofessional plan is ethically justifiable? Let's hear your combined suggestions.
A simplified medication plan with reminders.
Home modification and mobility aids.
offer of home care services,
And documenting an informed consent discussion if she chooses home discharge.
And all of these align respecting autonomy while minimizing harm.
Thank you. Now let's hear the final consensus. Sir, could you summarize the ethically justifiable plan?
So our consensus is perform a full decision-making capacity assessment. Next, provide clear explanations of medical and safety risks. After that, if she has capacity, allow discharge home with home care services and safety modifications and medical support. Then, if she lacks capacity, involve the doctor in a best interest decision. Lastly, document all discussion thoroughly.
So I think this balanced plan respects autonomy while prioritizing safety and ethically sound interprofessional approach in all angles.
Thank you to all the panelists for your valuable insights. Today's forum demonstrated how interprofessional collaboration and ethical reasoning can help us to navigate complex healthcare dilemmas. We explored autonomy, beneficence, non-maleficence, justice, and the importance of communication between professions. This concludes our PEC 301 Ethics Forum. Thank you for watching.